news.
Anapa yene de kase ebrewo eyeme KOFI APPIAH amene
OHENENANA KWAKYE ADFA
afi yenye brenti kase bono nchemu enra na electoral commission for yenhye se ye to abayi assembly member for the committee abadwafo a omona ye mpotomo ayete no omohe sebe ya bibi ekoso wo so betimi ediye na me ahodo bu ho a satare ne me wo so de to aba no entimi amedru ntem ama hono abato no entimi amaso we so nti electoral commission penifo aba amane se de abato no hyete no me ahodo a mo nsa entimi anka o mo nkrata no wodi ho ya wo se ba asa na nso papa so pangma so enye enumode eniyi ntia eno nti omo nhye omo aye se ebebu ama se nipa no a na sa me ahodo no a ehono abato entimi amaso no omanfo ye ho nso betimi anya kwan na omo ato omo ede eno nti wode atodwa se nanka wokoto ba baabi ewo ama assembly man bi na assembly man bi nso hwe kwan se yebeto naba no a me ahodo ndu ho a omo ntimi anto ba no baabi ho a ombeto nne baabi ho nso nyame ya no a okene yawo na ebeduru hofo no eso na sei na electoral commission penifo kan no omo nchiremu omo ede aba ene se sede na abato no hye eti a enam so ma niema ne bi kwa atitiriu asantemantam ene apue mantam pa omo chese ho na omunya akwansidie bebre eno nti opagana fo nyina achew se baabi a wosa omo to omo ntimi anto no nyame ya adom a okene yawo na dodo no ombeto no ra Michael Buodi Michael Buodu ya ona ye penia be de kira ohwenkuta wodi so ma electoral commission and sa secretary ya se wasemi ma bato no enya amaso a mfitiase no omse nene so omompese nne no ebesa akoya akwansidie se be befo ntimi asa atontu pamno twa no no ane mache no omni nyina akwese okene yawo ama electoral areas mpeso yahodo a omantimi anto aba no okye yawo na manfo so betom de eno to bia enhye no so
na wo assemblyman for abato no amu so na ekobi en shabane ase ye from say CDD yes Center for Democratic Development for omaba bontin de betu dwa say oba assemblyman abato no so a eya na omo koto aba no omu so ye pa kuma bi odi toto mampani ene mrashibjafo de to December 7 e wo efie nan bia mu no a oweni parodo koto aba yi mampani ni mrashibjafo na de to assemblyman for de no ho a ya na e wo form ye pa no ntino pani pa yo no na CDD adwumako no da no ye rapport abrampa mensa ede atu dwa se ne nyina akoba ne sa esa so we mu ase de ho de obosi ko akire no eya na enuru sa akra wo de tutu mampani de ne ho a mampani abato ansa na beba so no na nipa kro opre mampani amanyuko wo mu no o ma sha ase e bonto aton wo ho yie ama ne ma hodo ne promise ahodo wo mo ye no mo de to Ghana fo ni ma fe MPB anso ansa na obepani de no so na abato mpesua wo akire so nyina ni posters ta bontin akire se enye no ko sane nam TV ni radio so ya wo ton ho bebre na so ba assemblyman for de no de a enam se sika bia ni ho mokra yintiomoka entika kra bi obenya bia na information center bi okrum ho no mo a na da kru akopeso atena ya achise bia de fie kru ho no nyina no nya kwan kru we fie ahodo mu afen central for se de bampani de beduro ene mrashipjafo de beduro bo ho dawuro no enya sa na assemblyman for de bo ho dawuro ena afi abanyo ko na se de pa ne so mo sa de no ho dawuro ya omo adwuma pa ne se ombo ho dawuro no omo so mo enti ko basa no a na chese kwame sa assemblyman for abato no ba na ho senkan na fa hu dede yo no eba fom ntia no kan bie ene yeto aba assemblyman for de no ni parodo na entimi nkoto ye rapport abrampa mensa.
I don't blame the electoral commission either because we are all a part of the problem for these level elections. One, media, civil society organizations, the entire population of the country have not taken seriously the level elections. If it were to be national elections, Joy FM will establish the elections hub. Peace FM will establish the what would they call? Forgetting the name. City FM will establish this. So they start the countdown from a year ahead of the 7th of December of the election. We started hearing of the elections, this election just 2-3 weeks ago when the Electoral Commission started placing advertisements in the news. So the publicity is not enough. I don't blame the commission, I blame all of us. Two, don't forget, in national elections, political parties play a part. A day to national elections, you go to circle terminals, you see all buses are full because some political parties do actually facilitate the movement of their supporters from the city to go to their electoral areas and vote. You don't see same in the district level elections. So there are so many deficits in the conduct, management, and participation of district level elections that require more sustained and intensified publicity than we saw the limited 2 weeks ahead of these polls. I don't see any value that the indelible ink add to the current system and the measures that have been put in place in our electoral processes. The indelible ink was important because in the olden days, we operated a voter register that did not even have pictures. We had voter ID cards that did not even have pictures. We did not have any devices to cross-check our biometrics. Now, the biometric devices are not only used for capturing our details, they are also used to verify when we are voting.
Ura Paul Mensa Abrampa and Etin.
Now, if you only are comrades with your few more, say, O may seek a some the edible mail brafida, a budget statement 2024, Masabuja Fuguswa, or Mohe Asuyebia Sika, Yetra Ede Amawomo. Now, Mwaja Suyana, the Atmanra, any drew a Messian Suya so, ya say a biocha Sika cities. Or Pepim Edunon Crown 29 billion Ghana cedis. And a dema asoye Monsieur Soa. As we be any Ghana, ya a momiska Cassiasa as a Monsieur Soeno. The breve to general Muhimono. And now a quick see any quick to end this in MP before you now to call Becrum say. Sky dema and Monsieur Soeno son. Nancy school ya Mohe Sebe, Womua, Muhia, and one cocra, special needs, Sebia, Omwedi dem, school for the disabled, and the Keke home, send more how more, and Asuntia Assembly. High schools no sika dia ma omo ye mpema hanum pe 500,000 Ghana cedis and gata ni wakra and to nyam for case la to forsen ye oda kukuto no no de tu jasa de na ha adwen eno nti e wo so omo dwene ho na sika de masa asoye so fa mo mesua obra no school awdo ye omo so kyerɛkyerɛ amanfo fa saa ne ma no ho no wo hwɛ so omo so de no wo de ebi bɛka ho ama etimi enso abo omo yedi.
The ministry has been allocated almost 30 billion Ghana cedis. 30 billion, 29.514 billion Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker, yes, the amount is going to go to various areas of education, basic education, second cycle education, non-formal, special education, and tertiary education. But one matter of significant importance to me, Mr. Speaker, is that even though the ministry has been allocated 29.5 billion Ghana cedis, only 673,429. The Speaker, under 1 million Ghana cedis has been allocated to special education. Special education. The Speaker, special education is something that we should take it quite serious as a country. Because, the Speaker, clearly there are a number of special schools in the country. But unfortunately, this budget is allocating less than 1 million Ghana cedis for special education, inclusive and special education. And I find that very interesting, and it's something that we should be interested in. In as much as we are allocating 7.7 million to tertiary education, basic education of 5.7 billion, second cycle education of 2.6 billion, non-formal of 106 million, but special education under 1 million Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker, I think is something that we should be interested in and get the Ministry of Finance or the ministry to do some reallocation.
Where you know for case la to force on that quick to ye end this brasseria for no we no and nyam for such a some majority that equikese no one da no say MPP for so say one ni nuane ya adwen pa anye bi kura no kaye mo be 20 million Ghana cedis opepemadu no na mo fa mo sa school no a ehwesebe wo mo ehia emwa kwa obi so no special needs and answer disabled schools no ye ka ho no ye fa mo say de ma wo mo pa de ase ya to sa school for no so ye atwene kura.
It says that the allocation is just 1 million, less than 1 million. I don't want to believe that it's a typo error. I don't want to believe that. And we have an allocation of
majority leader and what in Kenya on also Chrimu said the idea at school for ya or more sebe one more or many how long asutifo mo fryer or modi dem ko ebi so ehwe omo no say school fu nyina hia se wo se sky de bu anwasua no omo so de bi kobua omo suku ahodo na timi aboa ama omo de sua omo sua no etimi atumpo ne mum se ye to omo jeje mu saa no de ogide se nya de a eno so eboa na ono so ewiye no na gifty chuma mpofo ya ono so yesoafo a be de kira ohwe omasua so ono so kasa ya ode atudwa se ogidi se de mpanifo ya kan omo de be kwa adwendwem na omo so sky o se de master school fo no a school no ahwe sa nipa omo tesa no omo apege.
Mr. Speaker, the challenges we have right now is because of the way the estimates were presented, because the goods and services allocated for all the schools, including special schools and the GES headquarters. So, and the GES headquarters, because they have the gift mix. So under the gift mix, they are the GES headquarters. So we will give you the details because they are well captured. It is not just for compensation, but we also have goods and services. We have feeding grants, and we also have capex as well. Mr. Speaker, I assure you on behalf of my minister that the right thing will be done, and it will spell out completely for everybody to know what has been done.
If the chuma professor for the show here Monsieur Sona obtaining king.
Yeda so wo my Ghana mrahye bodwafie mu na enura omo edi ngomasua nkomo no an ebeto omo so do ani kire mu osuku ahodo mu a headmaster fo omo twefo omo buye pa ya chese omo ko hono mu anwumre nkane ankwada de besua de o prep hours no wo hono mu an nkane no adum na eban so na etua nkane akane nso prepaid ne aban de akobobo bi asuku de mu an tise kane de no a uyi nkane na so nkane no abosumi na ECG4 de nkane aka abre ne de obetua ne no esika na wo so eno ntibo hono mo na prepaid ne sansa na suku ho nyina fon yedum kanea enti headmaster fo obosu dwetire sa aban hwe na sika osoma me de bro mo no tua mo kanea aka no aban famato futo mo ntentempa na mo kwa ahihia mu a eno nso enya asenkuma enam so emonum nyafo eye frank no dom prayer no na oye tenene abedi akire ede ema eye dom kase no ono nso sori no de tu dwa se ha adwen yie pa enti ode to mra sibiafo ni mu so munya hu bibi ema aban te se enne solar panel enfidi ade gu ya so na ekire wia ema de yesen ma yenkane no eho akoba hia pa Ghana ha so wia boa na ebotugu kwa intro stress abam mpanifo ne ngomasua so yenka mu na nka solar panels yentobi mfangu school adan so Ghana ha no nyina ne nkoba se enkane a ebo no ho mesra wia ebo no eno no be kire nkane a na nkwadan de asua de na afo momfo ni nto ECG4 so bebre rekoba sa no a na de ka ene adwen ha na ebra headmaster fo ne nkwadan no kura no ensuo school de mu nyafo frank no dompre.
Payment of utility bills at senior high schools. So if you read the report on that particular item, it says there are plans to drill more boreholes at various senior high schools. It's commendable though. But electricity provision, I am one person who strongly believes that if we can effectively buy into solar provision for these secondary school centers, we will win them off the national grid and will take a huge load off the national grid. It's something maybe the Minister of Education can look at in collaboration with the Ministry of Energy. It's so important because if you look at the demands at these centers, it tells on the national grid and we cannot just wish it away.
Onumanyanfo Frank anodompre na yetene nkan
na yeda swara wo emrasa bodwafie mu a na yehwe emra ompeso mpempam etia emma ne mada ene emema ene mema da ya ekoso memu a Rashabja Fugu super so yemra etia sade na baby akudru asese mra na kanse mu ye asotwe a wo se de ma obi ebeche no se wo ye sa afi ne atantane no ebie na enumu no ena na wotwetwe mu no Rashabja Fu no bi kire se obi ye sa ne eche na won koda afi asemfie num ebi nso se mfie miensa ningo prapra Rashabja ni Rasam George wono ene di mre yakotrim pa na nasem ne se Ghana memra constitution article 108 no kan simbia ogidi yese baby ade na duro no yese omo e de kɔ mrashabadwam omo de kɔ Supreme Court na Supreme Court o ekirikiri mu ye fi se Supreme Court an kyerɛ sa ade no mu ye na so mpepere ho de mra no ba ebetimi ama obi kura de asem no akọ Supreme Court akọ body o mayi ni nyina togu eno nte wo so mutu saa na mo no answer.
The resolution to this matter is for all of us to go to the Supreme Court. Parliament must go to the Supreme Court to seek interpretation of Article 108 and let the judges distinct it for us. Is it the position of the law? Is it the intentment of the framers of the 1992 Constitution that Parliament cannot on its own pass any legislation? And then let's know that Parliament we have here is a rubber stamp Parliament. It cannot pass legislation. But let's go to, it's not about suing President Akufo-Addo. It's about getting a distinction of what the law really is. And that will...
Oninya for Sam George ena otene nkan.
Na da so agyam rashid de mu na enche kra bosumi mienu atwam na mampani His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo de nipa miensa bi din batu dwa na sa nipa miensa mo ya judgefo a wonom ewo my court of appeal no wapege omudie mu no omutumi mu e de ko Supreme Court wa ansa na ebeji nipa no watomu sa no ese fatase de mo abam rashid de mu ne toto o ma no hwe hunu se dibra mampani de be sha mo sa from mo se fata se de mo ansa na mpanifo ahwe na wonom agye atumti krata from rashid de mu de abase enche sa nipa saying Onuamfo Justice Henry Anthony KOFI, afi Justice Yauda Kwasare, and a Justice Richard Ejefrimpon, on better to Omoano. Now, Omo say to me a man penny de Bishop Monsasu Supreme Court, Omonkot Nasono, one said no fatana, Nasabe Yokono, Penny Payo, no yacha, making abedi chiro di kind. First Deputy Speaker of Parliament, here, Joseph Seus Joe Wise, Bequim Rashibini, and a better Jemu. Now, what to some penny for me and Sayano Nasu, be out no Safata Biano, or what me have for what to abide in what to move. No ma say pianso de akoma mampani se nipa mi enso obo wondin no waje o mato obetimi ahwe na odo mako Supreme Court adwa no so na omo akosom Ghana ama tentene nso aye adwuma.
Asebo utie wo boss 93.7 FM so e wo Kumasi.